Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? She's back. Award-winning author Amy Clipston is hanging out with us on today. And guys, guess what? Not only are we hanging out with Amy Clipston and we're celebrating with her on today, guys, but she has one that's hot off the press, caring for the Amish family. And guess what? We're going to spill some tea. This is her debut with Love Inspired. Y'all know we love the Love Inspired line here at the cafe. So, Amy, welcome back to the cafe, my friend, and congratulations as well. But for those who may not know you, we're going to allow you an opportunity to introduce yourself. But before you do that, we have to remind our friends, like, tag, and share. Tell a friend to tell a friend to come on down to the cafe because we are hanging out with our favorite author, Amy Clipston, on today. Amy, my friend, introduce yourself to the people.
Thank you so much for having me. I love hanging out with you and talking books and spilling tea. So I'm very excited to be back here. My name is Amy. I live near Charlotte, North Carolina. I actually work full-time for the city of Charlotte, but my other gig and my passion is writing books. I've written about 65 books right now.
Wow.
Yes, yeah. Counting novellas. I have 5 indoor cats and 2 outside cats that come here to eat. And one sleeps in our garage. And my mom and my husband lives with me too. And my younger son, my older son, is actually engaged and planning to get married next spring.
Okay.
So I'm very excited to be here with you and to see everybody. So thank you so much for having me again.
I love it. I love it. Well, Amy, of course, we are always overjoyed when you come and hang out with us here at the cafe, my friend. And again, I just want to say congratulations, my friend. Welcome to the Love Inspired line. And I just want to ask you a little bit about that for you. What was that like for you producing your first book for Love Inspired? And it's one of your Amish books as well.
It was really an honor because it's not easy to get in with Love Inspired. And I was excited that they would take a chance on me. It's a different kind of writing because when I'm writing my full-length Amish books or contemporaries, you have 80 to 90,000 words to tell a story. And, the love can build over the story.
Yeah.
But Harlequin, Love Inspired is very different. You've got to get right in on that action. They want a lot of scenes with the hero and the heroine. So it was a different kind of writing, but my editor was very generous and very helpful. And I'll be completely honest, I have not seen my books in Walmart in quite a few years. And to see my book there last week, like on videos,
Yes.
My mom was with me. I love my mom. She's in her 80s. She does not know how to take a picture with an iPhone. So I saw this lady with her two kids and she looked really nice. And I'm like, excuse me. And I'm sure she was thinking, what does this lady want? I'm like, I wrote this book. Would you please take my picture? And she was like fixing my hair and like, she was so nice.
It was a whole moment. I love that. I love that. And so, guys, we're just going to put it out here at the cafe. If you happen to see Caring for the Amish Family by Amy Clipston, if you see it in your local Walmart, take a picture and tag Amy, post it.
Yes.
We want to share with everybody
Please,
this book
please.
in stores. So I love that. I love that. Amy, thank you for sharing that with us. And so I want to ask you this. We got to talk a little bit about the title. We're going to talk a little bit about the cover as well. But for you, and guys, once you read the story, the title will so make sense as well. But tell us a little bit about this title, Caring for the Amish Family. Was this your original working title or it came a little bit later? Tell us about the title.
So my editor and I kicked around ideas and then she came back to me and said, do you like this title? And it really fits well since the character is Regina. I'm kind of nervous. So Regina needs to find a job because she's a widow and she lives with her teenage twins and they've fallen on hard times. And so she goes to work for her school crush. He needs somebody to help watch his 2-year-old granddaughter because his daughter-in-law is not there, and that what happens will come out later. So he's trying to help his son out, and they need somebody to help with the toddler. And what was really special about this book, and well, all books are special, but this is different because the main character's kind of close to my age. She's like 50. So it was fun to write a story for older characters, if you will.
Yeah, mature adults. I love it. I love it. I'm here for it, Amy. I'm so here for
it. Yeah, some people have reached out to me, and even my editor said, it's nice to see a story about, a love story for those of us who are not in our 20s. So
I love that. And thank you for sharing that. Look, that's spilling a little bit of tea as well, guys. If you are just joining us, we're hanging out with Amy Clipston on today, guys. And we are not only hanging out with her to talk about her new release, we are celebrating with her as well. And Amy, I want to ask you something because, of course, you are not new to the Amish community and writing about the Amish community. But when you think about the books that you write in Amish romance or what have you, would you say that Amish romance found you or you found it?
It actually found me. I was okay to break in as a writer, and I've been trying to break in with Harlequin. And then my agent at the time made the suggestion that I try to write Christian fiction, which I was a Christian fiction writer without knowing it. I always wrote sweet romance and didn't realize that that's where I belonged. And then she suggested that I write about the Amish. And my father was a German immigrant. I always felt this loose connection. I grew up in New Jersey. I had been to Pennsylvania Amish country as a child. And at that time, my husband had already been through one kidney transplant. He was sick again and was getting ready to go back on dialysis. And the books were a tremendous blessing. And doors opened. It was meant to be. I met a friend who grew up in Amish country. Her mother introduced me to my Amish friend, who is still my friend to this day. And this was back in 2007. So I got my first contract writing my book, A Gift of Grace. And it was right as my husband was going back on dialysis and we were falling on hard financial times. So the books have been a blessing to my family. And I know that they've also been a blessing to my readers. So I'm just grateful that God led me down that path.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that with us as well. And oh my goodness, Amy, we have to talk about this cover. Okay. Can you say adorable? Guys, let me just tell you, we're going to talk about little Sophie in a minute. Sophie is just, oh my goodness, pull at your heartstrings. But Amy, tell us about this cover and what was that like for you when you first saw the final cover for Caring for the Amish Family?
I was thrilled because I love the love inspired covers. I mean, I walk by the book section in the grocery store and Walmart, and these pretty blue covers just always catch my eye. And I just think Regina is perfect. She's how I see her in my head. And I love Sophie. I love writing little kids. I have so much fun, especially with a toddler and all their antics. And so I'm just thrilled to be a part of the Love Inspired family. I truly am.
I love that. I love that, guys. And of course, if you have a question or two for Amy and a question about Caring for the Amish family, definitely put it in the comment section as well. We're super duper excited for her, guys. And it is hot off the press, and hold tight because we will be sharing with you in just a bit how you can get your hands on a copy. It's available in ebook and it's available in print as well. Like we said, one of the places, your local Walmarts, you can get it there as well. And also, we're going to be sharing with you. You can also go to Amy's website and you can get it there as well. Now, Amy, I want to ask you a little bit. We're going to talk about the characters in just a bit. And boy, does these characters, I love the fact, like you said, they are mature characters, guys. And then in addition to that, you also get to see like the parents' engagement with their children and their growth of their children and in their children's lives or what have you. And so for you, Amy, what was that like bringing that family dynamic? And guys, if you've read any of Amy's other books, of course, she writes family and she does it very well. But for you, what was that like writing it for Caring for the Amish family?
It was a lot of fun. I love writing families, especially with siblings that are close in age. I think it's because my brother is 8 years older and he joined the Army and left when I was in 4th grade. So my mother always said she had 2 only children. So I love writing about family dynamics, juicy family dynamics. So I had a lot of fun with Regina and her twins, and she's keeping a secret from them about their situation. And I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but she goes through a learning process with that, with, keeping that from her children, and why, or maybe why not, she shouldn't be keeping that from them. And then Everett is helping his son, who his wife is not around. And he's trying to help his son with his business, but he's trying not to stick his nose in too much, but he wants to help his son. So, and it does get more complicated when your children get older. My older son has moved out, and you want to give advice, but you don't want to give too much advice, because then
Right.
he's around and he won't tell you anything because he doesn't want to hear it. So
Yeah.
it's in parenting changes as they get older. So, and I always have a lot of fun with that, because we can all relate to it on some level, whether we grew up with a lot of siblings, or, the way we deal with our own parents and things like that. So I enjoy delving into family relationships.
I love that. I love that. And y'all, let me just tell you, there is a little bit of drama in there too, because as she stated, Regina has like a secret that she's keeping from her girls, the twins. And then on the other side, Everett and his son, they have a secret that they're trying to keep from the community of getting out. So it's
Right.
like, ooh, and the plot thickens.
Yeah.
And then the families are intertwined and all of these things. So I love it, Amy. I love it. Literally, you are on the edge of your seat on both sides. So you got like two soap operas going on, like, oh my goodness, like, are the girls gonna find out, all this good stuff as well. Now, Amy, let's talk about the characters a little bit, my friend. And of course, we have to start with Regina first. And I love how you started the book as well too. But what can you tell us about Regina's character? If you had to describe her in 5 words or more, I'll say or more, what would you say about Regina's character?
She is stubborn, hardworking, determined, I think loyal, nurturing, caring. I think that about sums her up. Yeah.
Mhm. And Amy, it's almost like you can kind of say she's all the things, guys. She is all the things. I mean, she's lived a little, she's lived life, she's had some bumps and bruises along the way, and she's trying to hold it all together. And even with her, she has a journey of saying, like, of opening up and letting people in, because for so long she's been having to hold it all together and kind of handle everything. So it's really nice to kind of see her journey and the layers that are pulled back for her as well. And of course, we got to talk about Everett a little bit. What can you tell us about Everett?
Yeah, Everett is a widower. I should mention that. And he's also been through it. They both have lost their spouses.
Yeah.
So, and he's trying to find his way since he lost his spouse. He had moved away, and now he's moved back to Pennsylvania, come back to the community where he grew up. And so, and he also is very loyal and caring and hardworking, and wants to and helpful. He wants to help his son. He wants to help people. So I think that sums him up too.
Yes. And Amy, we'll spill a little tea for the people. Regina had a crush on Everett when they were in high school as well, guys. Okay.
Right.
She had a crush on him as well. And of course, we're gonna talk about their children in just a bit. But before we talk about their children, I just want you to shed some light on little Sophie, guys. Let me just tell you, Sophie, oh my goodness, she just, wow, my heart goes out to little Sophie.
Yeah, she's adorable, and she's also trying to work through. She misses her mom. Her mom is not there, and she's 2, and so she doesn't understand, and so she's out of sorts. And so Regina, when Regina comes in, Regina's trying to get her back into a routine and try to help her through that. And Sophie's just a lot of fun. She's full of life, full of laughter, and just a little character. Toddlers can be really fun.
They can. And then, of course, you got to talk about the twins a little bit. Tabitha and Nina. What do you want to share about them?
Tabitha and Nina, they went through a transformation when I wrote it. When I wrote the first draft, Nina was kind of standoffish
Okay.
and cold and a little bratty. And because I tried to make them different. I tried to make them opposites. And then my editor said, "You need to tone Nina down." I'm like, "Yeah, she is a brat." So they're both hardworking. One of them works in a diner, the other works in a coffee shop. They're hardworking. They contribute. They help their mom as much as they can. They're supportive of each other. So, and they're not identical twins. So, but I think I'm in my twin era. Like I think I've written twins like in the last 3 books. I don't know why I love twins. I don't have twins. I'm not a twin, but I love twins.
We love to read about twins. We love to read about twins, and it's super cool that guys, one of them, if you haven't read it yet, one of them actually favors their mother, Regina, and the other twin actually favors their father as well. And of course, you have to talk a little bit about Chad, who is Everett's son and Sophie's dad. And again, and Chad pulls at your heartstrings too, Amy. Oh my goodness, as well. But what can you tell us about Chad?
Well, he makes furniture and he is kind of going through a hard time. I don't want to share too much, but he's just trying to keep it all together. His wife's not around. His daughter is out of sorts. He wants to be a good provider, but he wants to be a good dad. He kind of pushes back when his dad gives him advice, which I think is normal. But he's just trying to keep it all together. Right.
I love it. I love it. And this is a great question that comes from Mary Sunshine. She said, "What do you admire most about the Amish, Amy?" She's asking you about that.
Hey Mary, how are you doing? So I think what I admire most is how they center their lives on their family and their faith. And I think that those of us who are not Amish, we Englishers, we just have so much going on, and sometimes we kind of forget things that are important. Not all of us. I don't want to generalize, but I love how they are so focused on their family and always remember to keep their center on God. One of the things that my Amish friend said to me that is one of my favorite things. We were on the phone one time. I don't even remember what she said, but she said, "You have to keep your eyes on Jesus." And ever since she said that, that has made its way into most of my Amish books. And when I talk to her, she is so soft-spoken and so sweet and so grateful for everything that she has. And so I try to remember that. And when I write an Amish book, it feels like coming home, I guess, because I've written so many Amish books that it's comforting to me. And I'm grateful that readers still want to read my Amish books. So.
Wow, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And Amy, share a little bit about, because guys, once you read it as well, share a little bit about your the research and even the language and things that you use when you're writing your Amish books, and even in writing caring for the Amish family. So tell us a little bit about that and the research that goes into it.
Well, if I have any questions, I always run them by my Amish friend, and she's awesome. I can leave her a message and she'll call me back. Nothing's off limits. She'll always answer me. I do have an Amish directory that has the names of the Amish families in Lancaster and what they call the sister communities. And so I refer to that to look for names a lot. I try to use authentic names. And I also have a Pennsylvania Dutch dictionary that I use as well. So, and people have asked me, do I speak it? No, I don't. I have a glossary or dictionary. I did study German in college, but I don't remember a lot of it because if you don't use it, you lose it. But a lot of it makes sense to me because my dad was German and spoke German too. So, but I always, if I don't know something, I'll ask my Amish friend and say, "Hey, would an Amish person really do this? Is this authentic? And I always take a little bit of fictional license for my characters, but I try to be as true to their culture as possible because I respect their culture.
Wow. Okay, Amy, you have to spill a little bit of tea. Okay, because you write contemporary romance, you write women's fiction, and then you also write Amish romance as well. Now, when you're getting ready to write one of your Amish romance books, okay, is there something that Amy does, like your must-haves, or to get into your zone? Spill a little tea for us.
Wow, that's a really interesting question. Yeah, I have to kind of refamiliarize myself. I'm not saying that right. Get reacquainted with the Amish culture, look back through the directory and look at the names and just try to remember, just go back into those depths of my minds and remember how to write an Amish book, and, no cell phones and the horse and buggy. And so kind of put myself back into that mode. I haven't been up to visit since before COVID, and I miss it because being there and seeing the horses and buggies and seeing the beautiful farmland, just kind of, like I said, it feels like home, even though I'm not Amish, but because I feel like part of my heart is after writing all these books. So I just try to remember what it was like, maybe pull up some pictures on my computer and just get back into the scenery and the smells and sights and all that.
I love that. I love that. And Robin shared with us, she said that she attended a conference in Lancaster 25 years ago. And she said they were surrounded by the Amish community and the food was excellent. I love that. I love it. Guys,
yes.
Joining us. Go ahead, Amy. If you guys are just joining us, we're hanging out with Amy Clipston, guys. She has a new one hot off the press, Caring for the Amish Family. And guys, hold tight because Amy will be sharing with us how you can get your hands on a copy of Caring for the Amish Family. And Amy, before you read a short snippet for us on today, I have to ask you this. When you think about all the characters that make up Caring for the Amish Family, is there a character that was interesting, borderline fun? For Amy to write? And on the flip side, was there a character that was a little more complex for you?
I think Sophie was the most fun since I don't write a lot of toddlers. So I had a lot of fun going back to those times when my kids were little and running around. So I had a lot of fun with her. Chad was challenging since what he's going through is a difficult time. But I also had fun peeling back his layers and, getting down to what makes him tick and his relationship with his dad.
Yeah. And Amy, one of the things I want to say about Chad's character and the way that he was written, oh my goodness, the way that you wrote his vulnerability.
Thank you. Thank you.
A whole moment, just the way that you wrote his vulnerability on the page, so fleshed out. It was just like, wow. So I love that. So thank you for doing that for him. And then a total moment for me, and it's not spilling too much tea, but I will share this, guys, is when Sophie, when she says Riri, when she that was like, it was a moment. It was just a little moment, because guys, you'll see early on that Regina ends up being her nanny to help take care of her, and to, while they're waiting on some things to happen or what have you. She ends up taking care of Sophie, and I even love their first interaction. That was hilarious as well. But I want you to know that for me, that was a moment when she said her name. She was like, Riri.
Oh, thank you.
I love it. So for you, what was that like in fleshing out Chad's character for you as a writer?
That went through a lot of edits, but I love writing vulnerable guys. So it was fun, but it did go through a lot of edits because the story changed through the edits. But I like where it wound up. So
wow, so we got some tea here. Okay.
Yeah. I have to tell you offline what originally it was because I don't want to spoil too much.
Okay. Okay, I love it. I love it, guys. If you're just joining us, we're hanging out with Amy Clipston. As you can see, we're super excited for her, guys. Hot off the press is Karen for the Amish family. And guess what, guys? It's that time. Amy is getting ready to share just a little bit of Karen for the Amish family. So, Amy, I'm going to allow you to kind of set the stage for us, and then you can start reading when you're ready.
Okay, well, I think I'll just start from the beginning, the very first chapter. And so this is where the book opens. And Regina lives in Lancaster, but my editor wanted me to come up with the name of a town. So it's Apple Grove, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. So do you want me to go ahead and just read the first?
We're ready when you are.
Great. A child's wail pierced the air. Regina Weaver stilled. The loaf of bread she's chosen from the grocery store shelf frozen in the air while the child's cries continued. With the cluck of her tongue, she shook her head. The poor Bopley, the poor parents. She placed the bread into her shopping basket, then plucked a jar of peanut butter off the shelf and set it next to the bread. The child's cries grew louder while she shopped. She stopped in front of a row of jelly and automatically reached for the cherry preserves she enjoyed on her morning toast. She paused, stared at the price, and put the jar back, reminding herself of the tax bill that was now a week overdue and the stack of collection notices she had hidden in her desk. The jelly is now a luxury? She was still lost in thought. She reached to the end of the aisle. She turned her grocery cart to the right, then crashed into the cart containing the crying toddler. Regina's stomach roiled as she rushed over to the child. "Oh no, are you okay, Liebchen?" The little girl continued to sob, and Regina looked over, making sure there were no bumps or bruises. The toddler appeared unhurt, and when Regina's met the gaze of the Amish man pushing the cart, she did a double take. Everett Zook? So I'll stop there.
There you have it, guys. Oh my goodness. Karen for the Amish family. And guys, we'll be sharing with you in just a little bit how you can get your hands on a copy of Karen for the Amish family by Amy Clipston. Now, Amy, oh my goodness. And thank you for sharing just that very beginning as well, because we've been in the grocery store where you hear like a child screaming or crying or wailing, and sometimes you can see them and sometimes you cannot, and for them to actually bump into each other. And I know for me, sometimes you just go into mommy mode, because of course, like Regina, she was like, oh my goodness, how can I help comfort this child?
Right. I always
oh my goodness, thank you for sharing that. Look, and Letitia said, she said, you have to stop there. That was good. Letitia, let me just tell you, get you a copy. It gets gooder and gooder. Okay. So I love it. I love it. And Mary said, wonderful beginning. They are giving you praise for the snippet that you read. And of course, guys, there is a giveaway on today. And I'm going to allow Amy to share with us what her giveaway is going to be today.
Yes. So leave a comment and we'll pick a winner. I'm going to give you a copy of the book and then some of my swag. I only have a couple of these really pretty iridescent bags left, so I want to share one of them. And then I only have a couple of my little mirrors for you can put in your purse and your bag, and then a nail file. So I'm running out of these two, my special new swag. Obviously my favorite color and also matches the book. So yeah, you can win a copy.
Yes. I love it, guys. Did you see what the giveaway is? Okay, the bag is amazing. You're going to get Amy Clipston mirror, Amy Clipston nail file, and of course, you're going to get an autographed copy of the book, Karen for the Amish family. And as Amy said, all you had to do to be in the running was to make a comment in the comment section. Amy, are you ready, my friend?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So remind me what I need to do. Sorry.
And whenever you say I'm going to stop.
Oh,
that's okay.
Oh, okay. Stop.
Robin Pendleton, today is your day, my friend. You are the winner of a copy of Caring for the Amish Family, as well as some swag that comes with an Amy Clipston bag, an Amy Clipston mirror, an Amy Clipston net, just the whole shebang of book swag. I love it. I love it. If you will inbox us, my friend, we will make sure that we get that information to Amy so she can get. And look, and she said she was like, I want it all. So guess what, Robin? You get it all, my friend. I love it. I love it. I love it. And so, Amy, of course, my friend, you have to share with us, what did you enjoy about bringing Caring for the Amish Family to life, my friend?
Like I said earlier, it was fun to write about older characters finding love again. And I also had fun just getting back into an Amish story and writing about the different families. And personally, I love reunion stories. I mean, I love romance. I'm a romance writer, but I love when characters either were friends as children and meet again and fall in love, or they broke up years ago and they find each other again. So it was really fun having Regina run into her crush and get to know him. So that was a lot of fun.
I love that. I love, and Amy, one more question. Can you share with the people? Tell us about Apple Grove and creating that town for us. Look, we can't leave that out. You have to, because you just introduced us to Apple Grove. So tell us a little bit about Apple Grove, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania.
It's Bird in Hand. Bird in Hand is the town of my heart. That's where all of my other books have taken place. So it's Bird in Hand. When my editor said she wanted me to make it a fictional town, I'm like, okay. So I just came up with a name, but in my mind, it's everything I love about Bird in Hand, Pennsylvania. So
I love that. I love that. Well, Amy, thank you so much for hanging out with us and coming back to us at the cafe and sharing with us your debut, a love-inspired novel. Guys, as Amy said earlier, I mean, she has about 65 other books as well. So we will be sharing with you how you can get books from her backlist, all of that good stuff too. But Amy, please share with us, how can we get our hands on a copy of Caring for the Amish Family?
Sure. So you can look in your local bookstore, in your grocery store, Walmart, wherever you get your groceries. And if they have a book section, hopefully they have Love Inspired. Also, your favorite online retailer. Also, you can go to my website. I have an online bookstore where I sell autographed copies of all of my books. And so, yeah, wherever books are sold, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you let me know, drop me a line. I love hearing from readers. Let me know if you like the story and what you thought.
I love that. Thank you so much, Amy, as well. And of course, Amy, please share with us, how can we stay connected with you?
Oh, yes. So please find me on Facebook, Instagram. I just got back on TikTok. It's a little scary, but since I'm older, but I'm doing my best. And my website is amyclipston.com. Please stop by, sign up for my newsletter. I always have sneak peeks of upcoming books. If you're a member of my mailing list, I send out the first 3 chapters of my books before they release, only to my list. And I do character updates every month in my newsletter. But yeah, find me on social media, Instagram, Facebook, and yeah, please connect. I love chatting with readers.
I love that. I love it. And guys, let me just tell you, here at the cafe, sign up for Amy Clipston's newsletter. I'm telling you, you will enjoy as well. And of course, guys, go out, tell a friend to tell a friend that Caring for the Amish Family, it is hot off the press. Like we said, it's available in ebook and it's also available in print. So make sure that you get it. And guys, once you read it, definitely leave Amy Clipston a review. I know that she would be so appreciative to receive that review as well. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend. Book clubs are definitely a great book for you guys to read as well. And so, Amy, again, my friend, I want to allow you the last words of what you want to say to the people tonight.
Great. Well, thank you so much for having me. I love our chats. This is so fun. I hope you will try to check out Caring for the Amish Family, and I hope you enjoy it. And just thank you for coming by and giving my books a chance. And without readers, authors can't do what they love. So we love you. We appreciate you. And thank you for checking out books, because I'm so grateful I'm able to share my passion. So thank you so much.
I love that. I love that. Well, guys, that is our show on today. We have had an amazing time hanging out with author Amy Clipston on today, and she did spill some tea as well. So definitely don't forget, go out and get you a copy of Karen for the Amish Family. Sorry about that. And of course, guys, you can stay connected with me. Angela Anderson Presents. Subscribe to my right at the end. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, or you can connect with me on Facebook or Instagram. As we always say, have an amazing day, because we're having an amazing day. And until next time, we'll see you guys later. Get your copy of Karen for the Amish Family. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.